blocking stuff, and really, it's probably one of the most difficult subjects to grasp if you've never zone blocked. Okay, so what I made was a tape to teach you how to start teaching your kids how to zone block in the off season. Then we're going to go through the rule and how to understand what we're talking about when you hear clear the A gap. What happens when you don't clear the A gap? How we count. But right now I want to go through some components on how to start practicing stuff that'll show up on game film. So here we go. I'm just going to read a couple of quick things here. The NFL study says that if you average 31.5 or more runs per game, you win 76% of the time. I don't think college football can diminish the importance of running the football no matter what offense you run. UCLA averaged 190 yards rushing per game. The end zone believes in running the football. In all of UCLA wins, they outrushed the opponent. In 4 of the 5 losses, the opponent outrushed UCLA. And that's big for Noel. He talks about that all the time. All right? The key to the zone is to keep it simple so we can be aggressive. And then we work on technique instead of assignment. And I hate working on assignment. I'm going to tell you. I think it's a waste of time. You're making me think. I lose my stinger. So we're going to drill to perfection. We're going to drill to know how to handle every possible situation over and over, mastering our technique. All right? So the first thing I'm going to tell you, and I used to hate this, I call it screwing your cleats in, man. We're going to screw it in, okay? And here's what we do when we screw it in. I'm going to go back here for a minute and go back. Now, here's the beauty of this tape. Nate's seen this tape. Doug hasn't. But here's the beauty of this. The guys in this tape, this is the first day they've ever learned zone blocking stuff. This kid did not start. He's a sophomore. He's a monster. He's going to be a D1 football player. But when we screw our cleats in, okay, and I call it wiggle down, all we're doing is setting our cleats in, but we're getting our power-producing angles where we have a lot of strength right now, okay? This kid looks strong. You can look at him and figure out all those power-producing angles are in the right position, okay? So take that off, and we roll. Then we just drop our hand down, okay? I'd like that hand to be a little more down over. I'd like him to be out here a little bit more with his hand, okay? So like I say, first day, we're rolling, okay? Here's a true freshman that started at center on a varsity 5A football team, and we're working the first step. Now, the thing I noticed about him right away is he's not locking his head in, but this is a step drill. This is a stance and a step drill. But he does have nice power-producing angles. All right, he's in a good position as a center. I wish this hand was more in a ready position. I'm going to start working on that with him, and we'll go from there. Okay, so screw your cleats in, and take your time. We're in a 2-point stance. The next part of the drill is this, okay? The first step we take is a zone or a slide step. We're going to take this toe and we're going to put it behind the line to the right there. Everybody can see what I'm talking about? We're going to take this toe, and it should end up behind the line at a 45-degree angle, okay? He's going to take this toe, and he's going to put it behind the line at a 45-degree angle. So let's watch what they do. They got to get comfortable. Now, you can tell right here, my big sophomore here, he's pointed too flat, okay? And when we're flat, that's going to turn our shoulders to the side too much. We've got to keep that toe at a 45-degree angle. He didn't step deep enough. If you look at it right there, see, he didn't get any depth. And they've never done this before. So, all right, so what we're working here is the slide, but the most important part is what we call the pivot, okay? We're going to take a zone step, but watch this knee. Watch the knee right here pivot, okay? And you'll see what I'm talking about when I roll the tape. Boom, see it? Why are we emphasizing that? Does anybody have a clue? I'm going to tell you. Because watch what it does. It lowers our hips, okay? It lowers our hips, all right? So they're concentrating. This is the first time they've done it, so they're concentrating on the pivot. It's a little slow because it's the first time I want to slide the pivot. Boom. All right, but you can see his hips come down. And we always worry about playing in a 2-point stance because we play high. When we lower it and we slide and then we pivot that backside knee, it brings our hips down. We've now gained leverage on the defender. All right, so that's the point there. Ooh, can I roll this tape? There we go. Okay, so you'll see us roll through this. I'm just going to keep. Now we do it to the left. And he's still not getting enough depth, but it's the first time we did it because all our steps are toe to heel. This toe right here should be even with this heel. So he's getting it. Now, that angle on that foot's pretty good. You can see he's pivoted. You could see his eyes are locked in. I wish he was looking more over the bag. You know, it's the first time. But I do like his pivot. I do like his step, okay? A lot of lines there. I hope that made sense to everybody. Okay, and we're just trying to get him used to how to be a zone stepper, man, because the first thing that the old-timers will say is, man, stepping backwards to go forward, that's dumb. No, it ain't dumb. We're trying to gain leverage. We're doing all the things right to get underneath their pads because, remember, in the zone game, it's not only a vertical push, right, but it's a horizontal stretch, and that's why we get the stretch. We can stretch them this way, but we really want to be stretching them like that, okay, moving them up the field for leverage. It's not a lateral dance. It's an up-the-field thing. Okay? Boom. Now we're taking the second step. I want to get the second step down in the ground. Okay? You'll see they're a little slow, but it's a good tape. Now here's what this drill tells me. Am I putting my zone step, my first step, am I putting it over far enough, okay, to give my second step into the bag? So my toe should nail that bag is what I'm looking for, okay? And we're going slide, pivot, and pop right here. Slide, pivot, and pop, okay? They're trying to get the feel. Now, if this foot doesn't come down into the bag, and he's not used to it yet, I'm teaching them to knee the defender in the crotch. You'll never get there, okay? But it's the emphasis that I'm trying to get it over enough to balance and get my foot down, okay? You can see he's got nice lean. I like his shoulders. I like his eyes. I like his knee bend. He's a little flat here. So what that tells me is if this defender works this way, he's going to be flat and there'll be no vertical push. Okay? Boom. See that both their steps are a little flat. Boom. That wasn't bad by my boy right here on the left. Let's watch that again. Okay? I wish the first step had gained more width. Okay? We want to be outside the bag with that foot. Okay? But it ain't bad what he's doing here. Boom. I saw the pivot. I see his shoulders. His toes pointed a little better. He's got nice shoulder leverage. Now, look, he's got his step down. He's already putting his second step. Boom. Look at that. Not bad. Now, he has more leverage. If we look at Tristan, he has more leverage. He's going to circle that defender a little better. He's going to plow the defender. It's kind of both. I like Tristan's position better because he's sinking for leverage on the defender. Okay, heels over the line. We practice it on air. We slide step, which is our toe-to-heel relationship. Then we slide for width and depth. Okay, the line teaches us our toe-heel relationship. That's why I love to do it on the line. We will do a two-step slide and pop. Okay, slide, pop. Okay. So slide lowers our center of gravity, and pop does too. Our backside knee will pivot in and help us put our pop step down with force. We don't just put it down. That's why I say we drive it to the crotch of the defender. The pivot and pop lowers the center of gravity. Not everybody teaches you this, and this is part of the reason everybody gets frustrated with zone blocking. You have to pivot on the backside knee, okay? Learn to set your tracks, okay? So now we're going to work through this drill. Okay, now we're going to just go through this quick. Bad, bad, good, 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 but he didn't pivot. You see this guy here? No pivot, okay? Eyes are wrong. This is the first time they've ever done it, and I did it this way on purpose because these are the things you guys are going to see when you're starting to teach this. And you'll see we rapidly get better. All right, better right here. I like that step there. I'm not disappointed with that one. This guy's pivoted, but he didn't put his step for any width. Everybody see what I'm talking about here? He didn't get any width. Tristan's not in bad shape. He'll get better at this. He really starts getting that at a 45-degree angle, and his second step will come up the field. This guy here was the first-timer. This guy here is not in bad shape. He was the guy we were doing the center drills with a minute ago. Okay? So you can see I'm trying to coach 5 guys at one time, but I'm going to tell you, I'll do this with 15 guys. I'll have 5 guys behind them, and I tell them to hold their step. I need to. There we go. We're starting to get it now. Look at Big Boy right here. Ain't a guy on this call right now that wouldn't love to have this guy. All right. He's a little flat. He gets really good at it. I love he drives his chest out over, but his eyes, he's not simulating the defenders right here. Okay, but we're not in bad. Look at my man right here. I love his body position on the very end over here. So we're just looking at all the little things. It tells us so much when we slow it down and we show them. And then they can visualize it when you film this stuff in the off season. Okay, really good step right here. I'm high on this guy. He's going to be a really good player. His step is good. He got width. His shoulders are good. His eyes are good. Tristan's turned too much, and I can tell you every time they've turned, that step's too flat. Too flat. Okay, 2 points for him. Using. All right, now here's where we go. This is linemen love this stuff, okay, because we don't have any choice. We get all the nasty comments. We're going to use a tennis ball, and we're going to rub it with our hands before contact. And what this does is keeps our hands inside. And really, we win the battle by the tripod striking inside the defender's frame. So the drill is for posture, and we emphasize our body posture and bent knees and a big chest. But really what this is called, guys, is called uncoupling. We're going to teach our hands to move and our feet to do different things. So we're doing different things with all 4 of our limbs at the same time. And when they learn to uncouple, they start to understand leverage. Okay, I call this walking and chew gum, okay? So here we go. I got them rubbing the ball, slide and pop. And this is just an uncoupling movement right here that their hands are moving. They're going to think about how they're stepping. Tristan's a little flat over here. I like big boy right here. So let's go back and just see, are they pivoting? I don't know the answer to that. Yeah, not bad. There's a little pivot in there. Okay? For the first time, I'd take that. And now you can really see us trying to get the second step down. Watch them. Boom. Trying to get it down fast. The biggest culprit in high school football is the second steps are so long, and you have to coach against that. Boom. So the first day I did this with Shawnee High School, that we didn't even have a ball. So what I did is I made paper balls. I had a thing of hand towels, and we just wadded them up. But you can see now, look at their steps now. Boom. Really good right there. I love that. He's a little flat, but he did get that knee in and get it over. Oh, I don't know what I'm doing here. Boom, there we go. Okay, let's go to the next one. Okay. Now we're going to set our tracks, okay? Now we're setting our tracks. Teaching them short steps. They're uncoupled. Now I'm trying to see, okay, are you smart enough to remember to pivot? Oh, yeah, not bad. Look at Tristan pivot right there, right? I love that. He's still a little flat. This guy's a little stiffer, but he's a heck of a good size for a freshman. Boom. And you can see him get their second step down. Now, look, big boy's got 2 down already. Boom. He's just a little quicker. That kid's going to Alabama. You can see the drill. Now, hey, really good job by Tristan right here. Watch Tristan really work the emphasis. Watch his backside knee. Watch the knee right here. Boom. See him really emphasize it? Boom. You're going to see this guy, when he covers people up, he kills them. Okay, hooks. The next part of the block is what I call the hooks, getting the part of the tripod in, because some people are afraid to talk about the head. If you don't talk about the head and you're a line coach, you're making a mistake, because they're going to get their head in bad positions and get hurt. So we've got to teach them the right position. We'll go through that. The hooks right now, we're going to practice putting our hooks in the defender's armpits, okay? And from our knees, we'll practice striking a medicine ball, aiming for a tight inside surface. I love medicine balls a lot, okay? So, all right, here we go. You're going to see I got medicine balls and bags in this thing because I know everybody doesn't have them. All I'm trying to do is uncouple and strike. Boom. Okay, now what I'm teaching them here, there's a few things we're teaching them. I want to see the hips. I want to see them start to drive their hips into the block, strike, and I want to see the eyes focused. Okay? So, boom. Now, here's the deal. This guy, he's a little tower of power. This guy's a sophomore. You're going to see him. He ain't using any hips right here. Big, tall guy right here. He ain't using his hips. He's already elongated. I want the hips bent, okay? I want the power. I get a hip power angle, and I'm going to strike with my hands, and I'm going to look the block in. Boom, okay? Now, the other thing we're teaching is thumbs to the sky and grab their armpits, right? I always teach them to grab their armpit and rip their hair out of their armpits, okay? So just giving you some looks at this. Boom. I want to see them come out of their hips. There's big boy Tristan. Boom. You can really see who gets their hands up. Well, let's see who gets their hands up first. Boom. Okay, he doesn't get his hands out at all. Look at his angles right here. He's late, so he's lost power angles. This kid here, Chief, he does a pretty good job. He's looking it in. Look at his eye contact, right? Look at Tristan, looking his eyes right in. Hands inside, thumbs up. Power producing angles. Let's see if he brings his hips forward. But you can't just say block them. You know what I mean? You got to show them where the hands go, where the feet go, how we cover them up, what we're talking about. Okay, now we're gonna see some extension. I don't want patty cake. See right here, I got patty cake going right here. Okay, Chief's thumbs aren't up. I don't like that very much, but his elbows are in, and he's trying to come out of his hips a little bit. Okay, we're gonna start to see him elongate now. See, Tristan's a little tight in his hips, right? I want to see him jack him, and that's a big part of the jack him. Okay, I know you guys are probably laughing, going, we all have one of these guys right here. Watch this. He ain't paying attention. He doesn't realize the drill. He just goes over backwards. All right, but that's what I want to tell you. Now Tristan's starting to extend. Watch him start to get his hips forward, and he's a hoss when he does it now. Okay, we're going to do two-step pop, slide, pivot, and pop. Okay, so here it is. Boom. Now you see him. Here's why I put this one in here. What's going to start to happen is I'm telling them, get your feet fast, and you're going to see kids start hopping. Okay, they're trying to please you, but they're not doing it right. And what happens is when we hop, the whole idea is to have one foot down in the ground at all times. But you can look at our steps. Chief's got his step down. This kid's got his down. He's a little flat, okay? But they're trying to listen, and you're going to just continue to see the improvement as we go through this. Okay, big long second step. Let's watch this one right here, okay? Watch him. He takes a huge second step here. Boom. Too big. Too big. See if I can get it right here. Boom. Okay, we're just a little slow, but that's okay. They don't even understand. When I put it all together, you guys will be impressed in a minute. Okay, we're just trying to get them to get 2 steps in the ground as fast as they can, and that's the beauty of the off season right now. I could just do this drill for hours, right? Just watch who's hopping. Watch whose toes too flat. That means their shoulders are going to flatten out. See who's pivoting the knee. See, they go into this drill and they forget the pivot. See, we had a hopper right here, right? Let's watch him again. Okay, he's got 2 feet out in the. This is classic high school right here. Okay, I got two feet up in the air. Now I got big boy pivoting, shoulders, airplane. I wish he was looking it in a little better. But this guy's not bad. Look, he's got nice power. You can tell who's got power, right? He's just slow right here, but you know, compared to the other guys. But he's not in a bad power position to me right now. I wish his hands were a little higher. His hands are down. We'll start working that. But don't forget, the emphasis of the drill was not the hands, right? It's the 2 steps. So I'm going to put it all together. I went to the hands. I came back to the feet. I go back to the hands. I go back to the feet. Okay, now we're going to talk about really uncoupling. I'm going to make them pat their feet. I'm going to make them rub the tennis ball. Then I'm going to make them walk up to the backer and then throw their hooks, okay? So I'm really going to uncouple them right here. Okay, first we set the tracks. Well, okay, I want them to understand the tracks. Get your tracks. Now, this guy looks like he's galloping a little bit, and he took me a whole day to get him out of the gallop. But this guy's squaring up pretty good right here. He's a little flat on the first step, a big boy at the end. Watch my tight end over here. Boom. That's nice right there. There's a lot to learn off this, so I'm going to break it down and uncouple them, man. See how he's galloping a little bit? I showed him that, and he's like, oh, I didn't know that. I love this kid right here. I want you to watch this one right here before we get off this. Nice base, nice power, nice everything right there. Boom. Okay, you can see the overturning still, but watch my tight end again over here. Now, this kid here, Chief, never played, but he's got a lot of talent. We're going to get him to where he's a player. Okay, now we're going to progress with the same drill. Slide, pivot, pop, foot slide, foot fire, slide and pop, hook and climb, okay? So now I got him, I'm coupling him. You can see him rubbing something right there, right? Look at big boy. Boom. And watch the power he exerts when he hits people. See, the same thing happens in pass protection. Number one cause of sacks is we don't cover the defender up. Well, the same thing we're trying to do as a run player. I'm trying to cover him up, and I want to hit him with 290 pounds of girth. Okay? I got the medicine ball. You see how we're holding the medicine ball? Because I want to deliver elbows inside. All right? We're going to have our elbows in, and our hands are going to shoot right up through the defender, because the part of the hooks is we're trying to lift the defender off his plane. Okay, let's watch Tristan. Right before contact, he drops the paper, boom, and his elbows are in. And look at the power, and look how he covered him up. That is awesome right there. That's real NFL-looking stuff to me. That guy's got potential to be a big-timer. Okay, you see we're uncoupling. Right before contact, we drop the paper. I love the eyes right here, okay? I love the power-producing angles. We're in really good shape right here. He's going to lunge just a little if I remember this one. But, boom, see how he just turned his head. But look at his elbows. Guys, we got a start of a really good block right here. You guys all see that? Look, he's not overstrided. I just wish his face stayed a little more out of that right there and head back. And this elbow should have been a little tighter. But there's a lot of good things right there that really, we would all take that and want to develop that. And look at his balance. Because he covered him up, he just stayed in the middle of him. It was pretty awesome to me. Boom. Balance, covered him up. Okay. He's a little bit gallopy, but boy, he really sinks his hips in there and really tries to do the drill well, doesn't he, right here? Because all the things I'm looking for that I can't simulate without pads are the power-producing angles, the eyes, the elbows in, the punch up through the chest cavity. A lot of good things right here. Boom, look at that. Man, I love that. Look, he has thrown his hips. He has created a base that's covered up the defender. He's thrown his hips in. His elbows are in. The punch is up. He's lifted the defender off his plane. Really good stuff right there. You can see the use of that medicine ball, how it's so important. You know, it doesn't create lazy habits that you get with the bag. And the defender's got to hold it. Okay, my man couldn't uncouple, could he? He gets better. It's all right. It's a new process, man. You know, we all laugh to see who could figure this out. Boom. I'll tell you what he is, though. When he hits people, explosive. Boom. Look at, guys, who wouldn't take this block right here? Eyes in. Elbows in, punching up through the defender. He's kept his angles, right? He's kept his angles, and he's super aggressive at the end. Boom. Strong, man. He uncouples his hips really well right there. Okay? This guy's a little stiff, and I like watching him because I think he's going to be a really good player. Okay? I'm uncoupled. Boom. Now, he's in good. Boom. But look at what happened right here. This is the key. Look at how big that stride was compared to everybody else. Now, he's mean as a snake, and he's strong, so he's really done a nice job lifting. But what happened was that long stride throws him off balance. And look how close his feet are together to the center of his body. Throws him off. Not a good deal. Okay? Boom. Okay, a little bit of a hopper, boom. But boy, he really, he's a launcher. I have to be careful and slow him down a little bit. But look at the power he threw into the ball. Look at the bag, look at that, right? But he's a little long. We all see that. But there's a lot of things that, hey, a lot of things we see we can build off of, which makes it an awesome, awesome start for us. I'm more worried about the hoppers and stuff and trying to teach a kid to uncouple. They've never even heard of this. They don't even try to do like 4 limbs doing different things. Then to look it in, keep my neck in the right position. Boom. Nice. Boom. Okay. Not very strong in the weight room. You can tell right there. It's a typical freshman, right? Here's big boy. Now watch the drill get great. Boom. Look. Boom. He's a mass, dude. He does this naturally. He did not start last year as a freshman. He probably should have. Okay, look at the tightness. Look at the power. Look at that. Look at that. And look at the hips. Look how wide his hips are, right? Love it. Dude, he does that 10 times in this video when I'm shooting. Now, this kid here never played. He's going to be a senior. My job is to get help Coach Brown get him ready. A little sloppy with his knees, you know, a little sloppy, but, man, he's got some power. He's got some punch. You know, he's never been asked to try to be great, and we're going to try to develop him to be great. He's a senior. You never hate to see a senior sitting on the bench. Boom. A lot of good things here. This guy's got talent. I just got to straighten his mechanics out a little bit. I want to get rid of that gallop. Here's my freshman. I pick on him a little bit on these things because he's tight. Boom. And he's trying to fit, but he never throws his hips, right? You guys see that? Watch him never push his hips. If he threw his hips right now, if he threw his hips, his punch is good enough that if his hips came through, we'd be in decent shape. Okay? I'm really worried about their eyes. I really stress the eyes because, let me tell you, there's no way to say the helmet's not going to be involved with the block. So what a perfect opportunity to start talking about eyes. See, and we got the tripod going right there, right? We got 3 parts of contact. It's inevitable. You can't get around it. You know, one of the coaches asked, with all the talk about concussions, what do we do? I said, dadgummit, you teach them how to get in the right position. Because you cannot, this is really good by my boy. Now he throws his hips this time. Watch this. This is my puppy. Look at him sink his hips. Look at the lift. Look at the looking into the block. Look at the wide base. Short steps. Wow, pretty good, right? Okay, he overturns. He's a launcher. Remember I told you. He tried to take it. This guy's a backyard brawler. It's an MMA fighter. Okay, I love this kid. Because he doesn't look like, we all play with this kid in high school. I can tell you when I was a high school coach in Massachusetts, we all have one of these guys. He's 5'10", he's 230, he's just a tough little crap, right? And watch him now. He does everything right. But, man, when he covered, look at him. Look how he kept his angles tight. He got him covered up. He's looking in the block. There's so many good things, right? And look at him. Look at his feet get hot on contact. Watch that again. Boom. He gets hotter on contact. Now, you can see I used paper towels this day because I didn't have the tennis balls. See all the paper towels all around? Your tennis coach will love you because they got a bag full of donut balls over there that ain't worth the crap that don't bounce, and that's all we need is something to uncouple with. This guy gets better every time we do the drill. I just got to get him stronger. He's got a chance. Okay, now we're just foot firing. Boom, we're just trying to get in. I'm working on the eye focus right here, guys. Are you covering them up? Boom. Boy, I like Tristan's steps right there. Let's go back and look at that again. I really like these steps. Boom. Look at that. Pretty good deal. He's the guy that was pointing that toe flat as a pancake in the beginning of this drill. We're in this drill 25 minutes, and he's already starting to figure out how to move his body. Really good by my pup. And I'm showing you everybody because we all have all these kids on your team. I'm going to start to emphasize him because he's a beast. I'm thankful for Shawnee High School letting me go over there and work with their linemen to get you guys a feel for if you're a first-time guy at this. But, you know, we all need drills in the wintertime. You know, we all need drills that we can – what do we teach linemen in the winter? This is great right here. Look at the eye contact. Really good focus. Body's in a decent position. I wish that toe was over. I love this kid. That's my tight end right here. Boom, good body positions. We're getting better. And you can see the improvements pretty rapid as long as we keep coaching the fundamentals, and I get them a lot of reps, as you can tell. And they're learning how to – they don't even know what I'm doing with this ball. They're like, what, Coach Peavy, what the heck is all this? And all I'm trying to do is say, hey, our body – football is hands all over the place, and we're trying to get them feet to cover them up, and then we're going to throw our hips. We're going to look it in. There's a lot of uncoupling that goes on in football. So how do we teach it? You can't expect them to do it unless you teach it. Boy, I love that guy. Look at that bats position. He reminds me of Aaron Hernandez. Bang. Good stuff. Boom. There you go. Look at the – hey, okay. Watch his second step. Boom. I love that. Gosh, dang, I love that. Chief's getting better. Remember I told you Chief didn't play, man. And I got him looking like he can be a player pretty quick right now. Coach Brown was shocked. But you go back to teaching fundamentals of football, and guess what? Good things happen. uncouple, boom, go. We're just going right and left as you can see the drill's moving. I'm going to move to the next drill. Shuffle, shuffle, slide, and pop. Okay, here's what this drill is. Basically, we have a wide 5, okay? And I can't just slide and then pop because there's nothing to, the defender's right here. So what I've got to do is shuffle. I got to slide, shuffle, slide, and then pop, okay? So this one was a little rustier than the other ones. Shuffle, shuffle, slide, and pop. Boom. Okay? Shuffle, shuffle, slide, and pop. Boom. And then we're just working up. We're just resetting our tracks, right? Resetting our tracks. Boom. We're covering up space. Linebackers love space. They see space. They want to attack it, right? We're not going to give them space. We're going to work like a big dance line. Boom. So this concept here was a little harder for them in the beginning. Okay. I want to go, Nate, you there? Nate.
We're here, Coach. What's going on? Yep, we're here.
Yeah, we're here.
Okay.
Yeah, we're here.
I'm gonna get off this for a minute. I'm gonna start because we're gonna run out of time pretty quick, right?
Yeah.
All right. This whole drill tape will be up quickly. It progresses. It's self-explanatory, but I want to go to the count. Okay. I want to go to the count. I got to, Doug. How do I?
What's that, Coach?
I'm just moving you over there. All right, here we go. Let's go to some zone.
We'll be, we're going to put this tape that we already have of you when you did it at that clinic will be up on the O-line fundamentals section. I think Doug's already got it. We just got to put it up.
All right, I'm looking for something in particular. Hold on, I guess. Give me a. I'm looking for Nzone web. And us, Nzone web. Let's go up a little bit. Sorry about that. There we go. Okay, let's just do some counting real quick. Okay, now let's get into the core of it. Okay, so I basically wanted to show you how we're going to. I got a bunch of these counted out, and we're going to take our time and count them because this concept is killing you guys. And this is I learned this. Well, I learned it from a guy named Joe Pendry, who was Nick Saban's offensive line coach, and he said the first day I went to practice, Nick Saban threw every blitz known to mankind at him. Well, who hasn't seen that? Because the first day of spring ball, for the defense wants to show you how good they are, and they blitzed the house, okay? And so you had to have a way to know who the assignment was that we could play fast. Well, this is the best I've ever seen, and we need to stop trying to reinvent the wheel and learn from all Jack's mistakes, basically, okay? Because I'm telling you, I've done this for years. Okay. Here we go. The zone's going to go to the right. Everybody can see that, right? The back's over here. He's going to go this way. All right, everybody with me on that? Okay, so the guy closest to the center is 0. The next guy is 1. The next guy is 2. To the backside, we use an undercall, okay, but we have a stack. We have a 1-2 stack right here. We don't know how this is going to unfold. It could be that way, okay, or it could just be this. It could be a lot, and then he could drop in a zone blitz, all right? There's a million things that can unfold. We don't really care about them, all right? I know I got 0, okay? If I don't think I can reach 0 by myself, I say rub, okay? And that causes this guard to take a power step with his inside foot because the whole play is predicated on moving the A gap and then come off on the backer, okay? This might be shuffle, shuffle, slide and pop. He's wide. I'm going to use the technique we just talked about. Okay? He's going to try to get under him. Now, I got a dilemma here. I'm going to take a short zone step because I don't know how it's going to unfold, and then I'm going to work up into my cylinder. He's got to go to work. Okay? Sometimes you just got to go to work. So let's let it roll. Boom. Okay? The guard ain't bad, right? But he over-forces the contact and loses what? His eyes should be here. He has 1. He's helping on 0. But you never lose eye contact on 1. He's in pretty good shape. Now, you're going to hear me talk about capture. That means my head is on the inside to where the play's going, and that defender is never allowed to go over the top. We'll let him beat us back door because the ball will be gone. Okay? So I'm going to capture him and not let him back inside. Same thing we would do to that backer. Okay, same thing we would do to the backer here. When I come off that rub, once I feel movement, I'm going to capture him, which means I will be heavy to his inside number and not let him back in here, because we know that it's an A-gap back zone play. If the back bounces, we don't, I always tell them I got a bucket for your lips because I ain't blocking out there. So when they knock your lips off, go, sorry, not my fault. Okay, so let's go to the next play. Would that be over here? Next clip. Okay, I got them marked out. Here we go, end zone. Okay, we got a 4-3 defense. Everybody see it? I got a 0 Mike backer. Okay, 0. So he's backside 1. He's backside 2. He's backside 3. He's frontside 1. He's frontside 2. So here I am. I'm the center. If that guard, the number 1 rule on the inside zone is clear A gap. If you do not clear A gap, you're a bad football coach on this play. That's your responsibility. So if this guy can't get movement by himself, what I'll do is we'll rub it. Okay, I'll step over with a power step. I keep my eyes on my backer. I never look at the down guy on a rub. Because you know why? Because if I look, what happens is I'll turn my outside shoulder. This shoulder will turn in, and now he can grab it, and I can't get off on the backer. I know there's a lot of crazy lines right there, but I hope you understand. So I always call it 1 in, 1 step in, and I work for width on my second step, so that shoulder can never get grabbed by that down lineman. Okay? Very easy. 0, 1, 2, 3. Don't reinvent nothing. All right, we'll let it roll. Boom. Okay, now here's an age-old problem. This tackle right here, he doesn't gain any width on his first step. It's bad. Boom, see, he pivoted. Man, you can't have linemen that pivot because that guy's already lined up in an advantageous 4-eye position. If I don't gain width, man, I'm screwed, right? I cannot pivot. Boom. Center does a great job. Center does a great job. He just goes, hey, buddy, I'm going to rub him. He's going to 1 in, 1 out. Okay, let's count them. Okay, here we go. 0 Mike, 1-3 technique. 2 backers stacked on him. We got a little problem going on here, and we'll talk about that. And on the back side, this is the back side, though. The front side, because the back is over here, so we know the back is going that way. All right. Now, can that center get to – here's the dilemma. Okay, this is great right here. Can that center get through here and get to 0? What do you guys think? I say no way, okay? I say no way. So he says rub it. I'm going to 1 in and come off. I'm going to sink in to take it over, and then we're going to move the A-gap player. The backer will flow, and he'll get picked. On the backside, I can rub it. I can ask for power, okay? I can get a little power and then off because they're stacked, or I can zone it. We'll decide that during the week. What kind of player is it? Okay, so let's see. He powered it, right? He rubbed it. Perfect. So now look at this, guys. I've got 2 double teams at the point of attack. I should win that battle. Sorry, I should win. If I can't win that battle, I got the wrong guys in the game. Good job by the back. Good job by the back. Back became his own best blocker. I love it. It's a teamwork aspect right there, man. Okay. Okay, we're counting it, right? Back's over here. This is 0. 1, 1, 2, 2. So this is shuffle, shuffle, slide, and pop. Boom. Okay? Shuffle, shuffle, slide, and pop. Boom. Okay? Now, we would stab this, okay? When I'm working backside, I use escort. So I'm going to 1 in, 1 out. On the front side, it would be called a rub. On the back side, we stab, okay? And now he's going to work for leverage on 2, capturing him and not letting him back on the inside. When we get to this backer, because I've got movement going in the A-gap right here, right? This is the A-gap player, so we're getting movement. I'm going to capture that backer. I wish I could square him up, but I can't because I rubbed down low. So that guy's not going to be allowed to do that. Okay? That's what I'm trying to do. That's a capture. Boom. Nice job by the center. Look at the center, jack him up. Look at him trying to get his eyes out, too. I love it. Okay, look at this. Boom. Boom. Really good stuff, right? Great run by the running back. Serious yardage, okay? I just want to take our time to get the count right, man. Okay, here we go. Play's going this way. How do I know the back's over here? All right. So the closest guy to the play side is the A-gap shade right here, the 2I, right? Okay. So I got 0. I got a 1-2 stack on the back, and I got a 1-2 stack over here. So we got stack calls going on. Okay. So now the first rule is what? Move the A-gap player. So now what we do here, if that guy thinks he's a threat, he could say fuzz it. Okay, he could just bring them all like this, and we turn them loose, and then on the back side, we'll work the under block and get up on the backer. Of course, we're going to try to pin that backer inside and get movement. All right, a lot of lines again, Jack. I think it's probably overkill, but okay. All right, so let's watch the execution. Okay, we're fuzzing it. Boom. Perfect. Look at that. We didn't fuzz it. Okay. So here we go. 0, 1. These guys are working here. He should be here. He should be here and coming here. That's how it should look right there. Boom. Guy went outside. The one technique worked his way to a 3, and the guard picked him up, and we pop it for a touchdown. Everybody stayed in their cylinders, covered up the defender, and we got movement, man. It's not a miracle. When the numbers are right, man, we can get them every time. Can't play it with 5 in the box. Sorry about that. Okay, here, USC, you're going to see some funky stuff they do. We'll talk about, okay? This is 0 Mike over the ball, okay? 1, 2, 3. Okay, 3's out here somewhere. We got 1, 2 to the play side. Shoot, easy count right there. Everybody with me? Here's the thing about the count. The center's always right, too. Just make sure everybody knows that. And if it's, look at that, boom, hit the crease. That's 8. Why are we allowed to pop so many runs? Anybody, here's the deal. Let me find another clip. I did another one here. I did end zone raw. Did it say raw? I don't know what I did here. That play, end zone web, end zone raw. Let's just see if I can find it here. I just counted a bunch of them out here because I want to give you different looks at it because I get so many questions. Why are you counting it? Because I want to work on technique. That's all I can tell you. All right, Nate, it's 9 o'clock. What do we want to do here?
Yeah, let's go with some questions for a couple of minutes.
Yeah, it'd be great.
All right, the first one. Yep, the first question is: are the steps different for centers on vertical set?
On pass blocking?
We're going to do that when we talk about pass blocking.
Well, I'll just tell you now, center steps opposite foot, okay? Because if I'm going to my right, I want to step with my left because I want to end up with my right foot back. If I'm going to my left, I want to step with my right because I want to end up with my outside back foot back in the protection. I want to be in a post foot and a kick foot position. So whatever way the slide goes. Center steps opposite.
Yeah, we do want to do protections in May. That's the next thing up.
Amen. I'm ready to roll. All right, next question.
All right, the next question I thought you covered pretty well, but I'll pose it. It says, Coach, these are great drills. Do you feel these are drills younger and or inexperienced O-linemen can do?
Oh, this is for all linemen. What happens is the beauty of the drills is this. It's exactly there's so many more good drills in that tape. That tape is that presentation's 100 clips, okay? But here's the beauty of it. It's a direct, you are covering everything that can happen to them in a football game. So the inexperience, yeah. What happens is, my saying, once I get going, do it right, do it right. Once you do it right, I'm rolling, I go right, I go left, we're in the next drill. I don't have to repeat it. You know what I mean? Yep. But if I see bad steps, hey, we're going to do it again. I can watch 15 guys at one time, see one bad step, we're doing it again. Slide and pop right, set it, boom. You know what I mean? So I'm rolling. I'm trying to get reps.
Mm-hmm.
Next question.
Can you please explain the tennis ball again?
Okay, the tennis ball is because what happens to linemen is we don't know what, we drop our hands down around our ding-dongs or we don't work elbows in. The tennis ball makes us keep our elbows in, okay? Makes us keep our hands up. all right, and we're uncoupling. We're moving our hands and we're moving our feet in a totally, like I can rub my, I'm doing it right now. I'm sitting in a chair and I'm rubbing my hands and I'm turning my shoulders right and left and I'm just moving my feet straight ahead. I'm just trying to uncouple the block. Linemen never have the same blocking angles. They have to learn to, their hips follow and they have to be loose, and uncoupling makes you looser.
Okay. The next one is, why are you why are you counting? Does it tell who each lineman will block, or just who has to be blocked?
No, it tells the lineman. The right guard's got, the center's got 0. He declares 0. The right guard's got 1. The right tackle's got 2. The left guard's got -1. Left guard's got -2. So now I know who I'm zoning to, so I can set my toe and my on my release.
All right.
We're given, it's zone blocking with a man assignment. Because here's what happens. If I just say fuzz it and just block a zone, I lose my stinger. I'm trying to sting someone. I'm a bee. I'm trying to sting someone. I want to know who I'm stinging every play. Otherwise, I'll get stung. The linebacker will come down and clock me. I want to know which guy I'm assigned to making sure he's eliminated from the play. That's why we count.
The next one is, how do you block, I'm sorry, let me see if how do you block the inside zone versus 3-3 stack?
Okay, that's a great question. It was coming up on the tapes, okay? The stack in the middle is 0 -1. So the right guard and the tackle work in the stack to the right. It's 1 and 2 to the right, 0 -1 in the middle, and then the backside tackle's got to sift. And Noel was talking about that last night. You know, the old way to do it was to really release that tackle, the backside tackle, down inside. We're going to stay in our cylinder working forward and see how that stack on the backside between the 5 and the 4 and the will backer unfolds. Because when there's a stack, we don't know if the tackle's pinching or stepping out, and we don't know if the backer's pinching or stepping out, okay? So we'll stay in our cylinder, and whatever comes on our railroad track, we'll take it out right there. That's a good question.
All right, Coach Beebe, will the center call who is 0? If not, who makes the call?
Center always makes. He's the man. Center's the quarterback.
All right.
The center's always right. It's like being married, right? It's our wife. She makes the call if you want a happy line, right? Because here's the deal. If the center sets 0, even if he counts it wrong, we're all on the same page. Okay, we're still blocking 0, 1, 2, 3 no matter what. You know what I mean? So the center makes the call. That's a good question.
Got it. Right now, that's all the questions I got.
Trust me with the count, guys. Guys from the NFL taught it to me. It's a really smart thing. Really smart. Let them just know who they got and come off the ball and work all the techniques you're trying to work.
Jack,
we will hit Detroit next.
Yeah, I was going to say, if you got a chance, maybe next week when Bobby's doing quarterback, wide receiver, running backs, he's going to do Zorro pretty quickly. Then we get into Detroit. You could pile on with the O-line with Detroit next week.
Sure.
That way we're all caught up.
Here's the deal with it. Here's real quick O-line play, and I'll have a sheet for you guys because I looked at the book. There's no line blocking in there. We're basically responsible for 4 down to the will. Okay, so it's like run and loop protection. We got 4 down to the will. We're going to full block somewhere in that line and wrap around for the will. So if I have a shaded nose to the right and a 3 technique to the left, the center will make a U call, will set, the center will take the shade, the right guard will set, and then he will pull for the will. We're reading the mic because we want to throw stick or rocket, a laser, or whatever off him, or pop, or whatever we got, 91, whatever the tag is, chevron, all right? We're reading the mic, so we don't block the mic. The mic drops, we hand the ball. If the mic squats, we throw the stick or the swing of the rocket or the laser or all that crap we don't care about. But we're only blocking 4 down to the will. The mic is read by the quarterback. The quarterback has the mic.
Yep.
So it's pretty simple. If we had an over defense with a 3 technique to the right, now the center would make a me call, and the left guard would come down on the shade, and the center would step back, and he would fold for the Willie backer. Okay? And we'll go through it all.
I got a couple
though.
I got a couple more questions come in.
Yeah.
Throw them.
Yeah.
Here's what we got. The next one is on your second step, does the lineman throw his hands?
No, he throws his hands according to where the defensive lineman is.
Mm-hmm.
He throws his hands when it's about to get contact. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But if he's got a 3 technique, the second step is usually where that contact's going to take place. He who gets the second step down usually wins, right? So that means my hands are going to be engaged. I want to address one last thing. We've had a question. You need to read the forum line, coaches, because a guy said, with all the talk about concussions, and I understand why he's worried, but you can't play in the line without talking about the hat. And my job is to get the hat in the perfect position that kid never gets hurt. And to have awareness to why, that's why we count. We know who's coming downhill at me. I know my peripheral picture where I'm going to get attacked from. So we talk about eyes. We don't talk about the hat, okay? I don't talk about the helmet. I talk about looking things in. That puts my eyes and my head and my neck in the right position to be safe. I'm all about safety. And the linemen, and I told the coach this, linemen don't get concussions walking D linemen. Linemen get concussions when we trap on the counter, we trap, or we're blocking linebackers, and we're not really aware of which linebacker we have, and we get teeth toddled right there. So those are how linemen get concussions. So don't worry about talking about look. The phrase is look it in. Look it in. Just, that's all we talk about.
Next question is, what footwork is this for the center versus the 3-3 stack?
Okay, he's going to take a lateral slide. It's called the square pop. We have a sliding pop. We have a square pop, okay? He'll step lateral. He'll gain 6 inches width. The second step still goes to the crotch, and he's going to get half that man. Whatever defender works his way will be in his cylinder.
Hey, Jack, can you draw it up against the 3-3 stack? Because
I might have one.
Or just get on a plane. Just get on a. Just draw it up off to the side, so on a whiteboard.
I don't know if I have that capability.
Well, you do on that huddle. Just pull up a slide, and just if you have a slide, just see if you can draw it out.
Give me a minute here.
Yeah.
I think Oregon State ran 3-3 stack.
That way, guys, we can see a visual on the 3-3 stack, because that's the second question on it.
Yeah. Let's just look here for a minute. Let's just see the defenses here. The front, under. Maybe it's Oregon. Just give me a minute. Gosh, who was it? One of these teams has a 3-3 stack, guys. Over Wisconsin.
There you go.
Okay, here maybe we got one here. I don't know how that will be constituted. That. Give me a second. I'm with you though. I think a picture's worth a million words.
Well, I was even seeing if you could just pull up one of the presentations and just draw it up.
He might call. Yeah, I don't have slides like that, Nate.
Okay.
I've been asking for those slides though.
No, I mean it's a blank slide. It's just like a blank slide.
Yeah, where am I going to grab it from?
No, I'm not.
You haven't made me blank slides. Jack's been asking for blank slides.
Doug, let's make sure we send Jack a blank slide so he can draw.
That'd be perfect. Let me just see something. I might have something in there. I just got to think of clinic. I don't know where to even go with this thing. Let me just go here for a minute.
There you go. So click on here you go, Coach.
Go
all you got to do is no, don't even do that. Just click on your marker. There you go.
There you go.
Draw it up.
There you go.
Really good drawing right here.
Are those seagulls on the field? Is that what that is?
That's all right, man. Jack, you're one of the smartest O-line coaches.
I want all the line coaches out there to know I've asked Nate for this for 2 years, and I've asked Doug for this since Doug's been on board.
We are actually, okay. I'm not going to lie to you, we're actually close. I almost have a whole set of stuff for you, so don't worry. It's coming in the next couple weeks.
You're the man, brother. All right,
I'm almost there.
Here's our defense, okay? There's some kind of 3 deep behind it, obviously. Okay, the nose guard is 0. This is -1. This is 1. This is 2. We're going Zorro to the right. This is 2, 3. Okay, we don't know which one's going to end up outside. Okay, the center will use what we call square pop. He's going to step square. His second step will go up the line, and he's going to work right up to whatever comes on his tracks. This guy's got to go to work. He's got the back half of him, so he's really got to take a great first step and get over, and these two are going to squeeze that stack. Okay, the right guard, and we don't know, anytime we get a stack call, we don't know how it's going to unfold. So my job is to get over to his hip. We take the same first step. We take a slide and pop, and if that guy goes there, then I work through on my cylinder up to the backer, and now I take that over. Okay, and on the back side, we got a stack, but it's a sift. So if he worked out, I continue to work straight up to my backer. If he worked in, I will turn and box him because that means that guy worked out. Does that help everybody?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Not a
that's
pretty
good.
picture.
I think so. Beautiful.
I can add, we can hit any. Here's how you use a fuzz call, and I do have cut ups of the 3-2. Let me just give you something here. I feel like a retard driving, like doing this way.
You're doing good.
All right. Let's say that, here we go. We got the count, 0, 1, 2. But 3 is in a hip position. You guys see this? We can make a fuzz call, which means we're going to full zone over 1 count. So watch what that means. That means this turned into 0.
Mm-hmm.
This turned into 1. This turned into 2. Fuzz pushes the count over. He's got 0. He's got 1. He's got 2. He's got -1 now. And when we hear fuzz, we do full release on the backside, and we read him. Okay? So when the number 3, and sometimes we'll get that in null system because of this. Let me show you why. We can get it out of a 3-2 stack, but if we're in gun, we have 2 backs. There's footage on here that I'll show you guys. I'll make a cut up of it. That people play a 4-3, and they loaded the box. Okay, right now, 3's in a hip position. If I go right, everybody see that? I've got 0, 1, 2, 3. I ain't got enough guys over here. So I can fuzz that. We just push everybody over. I mean, how else are you going to get out of it? You know what I mean? But what happens is a lot of times with us is we'll run one out of motion, and he'll bump out. And that's why, you know, if they're going to load the box, we'll be playing quick screen before that too, because they got 7 in there. We'll be good out here somehow. We'll throw screens and stuff out there. We'll hurt them. Okay? Nobody moves out of the box. So that's why the count always holds up. And we know if we've got a tear or fast or whatever, that someone's moving out of the box. Otherwise, they're fixing to get ripped for 6. Mm-hmm. So if 3's in the box, we use a fuzz call.
Okay.
Usually used. All righty.
Yeah.
All right.
Good. Hey, thanks, Jack. Any more questions, Doug?
We got a couple more. You want to tackle them and try and go through them fast?
Yeah.
All right.
Let's knock them out. Yep.
Another one, do you use tight ends in pass protection?
We can skip them sometimes. Yeah, we can max them on the Rio Lobo stuff.
Okay.
I don't know why you want them. I want to release them and put them in space.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Got it. Other question is for Zorro footwork with the center and with the backside guard, will center use power step and forearm lift?
If it's a backside shaded nose and a 0 backer, we can stab it. We can power step with our left foot and then come off on the backer. If my guard is a truck and he can clear a gap, I'm going to send the center up on the mic and make sure the 3 doesn't spike me on the right-hand side. So it all depends. Are they a slant team? You know, if they're a big slant team, I want to zone the center over and clear the A gap with the backside guard. That's why we don't scoop them. Scoop's tough. We're just going to clear them. I'm going to railroad them. I really should show you this one thing, Nate. You're going to make me do something. That question's really good. How many guys we still got on here?
Yeah, you haven't lost any. You're good.
No,
all right, guys, I'm going to show you. I did want to get to this. I'm going to show you clear the A gap. Actually, I'm going to show you don't clear the A gap, and then we're going to go to clear the A gap. There's only 4 snaps of each one here, okay? This will be worth our time. Am I still on? Is my screen up?
Yep, it's still up, man.
We get time and a half on overtime, guys, so keep asking questions. All right, here we go. Where's the A-gap player? He's right here. If I don't clear that A-gap, I got problems. I should have 2 double teams at the point of attack working up. Everybody with me on that? So let's look at it. Boom. Good run by the back. Go to the next one. I just want to look at the end zone. Okay. Here we go. Okay, I got to clear that A-gap player. Everybody see the count? This backer just displaced himself. He should be right here, right? He just moved out. Everybody see what he did? Usually because they're either going to zone blitz me or they're going to cuff me off the outside, which is squeeze and scrape off the outside. All right, so let's watch. Boom. Boom. Okay, I want you to watch. We're just watching clear the A-gap stuff because this is what. They wad it up, the back has to bounce, and he still makes a play, but, boy, that's not because we did a good job, right? Everybody with me? Look, the A-gap doesn't get cleared. See it? He's wadded it. We're in big trouble right here. We whiff here. Back just makes him play just fast. Thank goodness. Guess what? In high school, we don't have that luxury sometimes. I know everybody out there is like, amen on that. Okay, so showing you when it gets wadded, it looks a little different. So let's watch the A-gap player right here. Not very good, right? That guy's held it down pretty good. He's going to have to bounce it again. Okay? But I'm going to show you why we stress it. So remember that, right? He had to bounce. And when we bounce it, it's 50-50 if anything good's going to happen, in my opinion. Why isn't that finishing? That might be the last play. Okay. So let's go back, and let's look at clear the A-gap. I just wanted to get some good examples for you guys to understand the importance of this. Okay, now here's the A-gap player. All right, that's probably an A-gap player there from depth. Okay, we got the count, 0, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Everybody with me? Let me blow that up, right? I got you. Okay, the backside guard, watch how far he washes this guy. You're going to wash him way over here, which does this. Wing, that's where I want to be. Really good job by the back. Great. But it's all because why? We cleared the A-gap. Clear the A-gap, man, life's good. Okay, pretty simple right here, right? Here's an A-gap player right here. One of these guys are going to pinch. He ain't going to sit in that crap, I don't think. There he is. Okay. Boom. Watch the backside guard. Watch this. This guy tries to cross his face. Watch him just wash him out of there. Boom. Isn't that awesome right there? It's all because we got movement, man. We're moving the A-gap. Oh, we fuzzed this one. Okay. 3's in a hip position. Everybody understand what happened there? We got a 0 mic. We got 1, 2, 3. 3's in a hip position. I got to bring it. I'm going to bring it. Boom, 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 boom. But the key to the whole play is what? Watch this guy right here, dudes. He clears the A-gap. Gets the Jack Peavy star of the day right there. Bang. And the back cuts it behind him. How nice is that? Right? Here's Oregon. Now, Oregon starts doing some funky stuff. Okay, watch this. We're getting a fast count. Oh, I got a 0 backer. I got 1. I don't know. He's 0. He's 0, 1. Okay, all of a sudden he walks back. Well, I know I started with that count. This is 0 and 1. This is 1 and 2 front side. Okay? This is 2 backside. So however this unfolds, these two got these two. There. Pop it. Move the A-gap player. Now you tell me how you'd block that with rule blocking any other way besides counting it. I'd really like to know, because all of a sudden I got people that don't know who the heck they got. Okay? So it's still 0 and 1 on the back side. Boom. Center, guard, boom. Nice job. We got a hat on a hat, guys. Got a chance. Hat on a hat. Oop, I think that might be it. No? This is the last play. Okay. 6 in the box. Some type of 2 deep back there, right? I want that back on my team. All right.
Good job, Jack.
Look at, well, here's where I'm showing. This is where I wanted to show this one right here last. Okay.
Yeah.
Here's the A-gap player. Okay. Watch him. Boom. Get shoved out of the A-gap. We displaced him. We win. All right, guys.
Hey, thanks, Jack.
Enjoyed
Have a great week.
Anybody's got questions, Doug, post them up there. Hey, tell them to get on the forum now.
Yep. Thanks, Doug.
And, hey, guys, before December 1st, we will have a screen that has stuff we can draw on for you guys. I promise. All right, man. See you guys.
Thanks, coaches. Take care.
Bye.
Thanks, Jack. Take care. Thanks, Doug.
Thanks. Take care, guys.